Yeah, look, they said that I couldn't do it, so I went and did it. W's only, you know I've been winning. Top of
It's the Money Doc here, and you know it's time for that money hack, life hack, and you know it's never too early or too late to build a relationship with your money. And today we're going to talk about something that is so important, and this is going to be mainly for the families, okay? This is going to be for husband and wife to really think about this conversation we're having today, and it's how do you talk to your spouse or your loved ones about insurance and the importance of it? Well, one of the key things I always explain, you know, when it comes to insurance is think about this. What would it look like if your family or your loved one gets sick tomorrow and you cannot work because you have to stay home and take care of them? The money you have saved, the assets you have in place, how long will that be able to last you and your family before you have to sell everything you own? See, these are conversations that we don't like to have, but it's better to prepare and plan so that if life happens, we're not scrambling trying to figure out what should we do next. So here's your what should you do next is to talk to your spouse about the importance of taking off the burden off of each other just in case life happens. Because how would you feel if I tell your husband or your wife that the car is insured, the house is insured, your cell phones are insured, and even the dog is insured, but neither one of you have proper coverage so that if life happens and you get sick, you know, the family doesn't have to go through the pain of you not being insured. And guess what? We have to work more overtime when this is the time where we want to spend more time with our family. So I challenge you to have this conversation about having the opportunity to do what? Make sure we are creating our family financial foundation, because the easiest way to transfer wealth is through insurance. So if a wife is a stay-at-home mom, she's the most valuable asset to the home. Why? She prepares the meals, she takes care of the family, she takes care of the husband. And if something happens to the wife, what is that? What kind of burden will that be on the husband as well as the kids? Because the daily duties of mom is no longer able to be performed because mom is now sick. Now dad has to take time off of work to provide what? Do the different duties and take the different responsibility on that mom was doing. So instead of having the challenges take over our lives, instead of having the challenges of life take over, how about we plan for the challenges so we are in control when these challenges show up? So yes, having that conversation with your spouse about proper coverage may be the hardest thing to have, because most people believe, oh, they're gonna kill me and get the money. Well, what if the sickness comes around, it kills the entire family, because we're all suffering because only one person is sick and nobody else properly planned just in case that sickness shows up. You can sit down and see, you know, the different options that are out there, because there are different types of life insurance that is simply designed for the individuals and their families and based upon what they're looking for. You have term, which is usually temporary coverage for a specific time frame, right? And I usually talk to clients about getting a term if financially they're not where they want to be, but they know in the future they want to be able to have something permanent, but at least their debt is insured, their families are insured, and their income are insured for a temporary period of time until they get their finances in order. You have permanent policies. That is very important, right? You don't put the cheapest coverage on the most expensive asset. So permanent insurance, I recommend every single person to have, because insurance is just a way to transfer risk, and you don't know when that risk is going to show up. So you want to make sure you're permanently covering yourself with the right insurance rather than temporarily covering yourself if you can permanently do so. Because here's the deal. The younger the better, the healthier the better, and the older you get, the more challenging it becomes. So if that is you having that very hard time or tough time talking to your spouse, you want to ask them this one question. Honey, if life happens to you or I tomorrow, how long will the family be able to survive as if nothing happened to either one of us? And that will literally put you in perspective, put you in place to think about the different things that can happen, that can affect our families, that will allow us to prepare just in case. Make sure you stay blessed and you be blessed.